Alright, morning guys. I wanted to redo this video because I was kind of out of it yesterday and I actually answered one of the questions wrong, I think. So watch this video. It says updated on Panopto, and then I'll also upload this correct video to YouTube. I wanted to touch on something called cholinergic toxicity. You also see organophosphate poisoning. It comes in the form of, a lot of times they'll say either a farmer or there'll be like a bioterrorism attack, and it's because overexposure to certain insecticides or herbicides, and also exposure to like sarin gas and nerve gas agents can cause an overactivity of the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's because most of these chemicals inhibit acetylcholinesterase. And remember what happens when you inhibit acetylcholinesterase. You get a massive buildup of acetylcholine, hence the overactivity of the parasympathetic nervous system. So you can just picture what happens. You get diarrhea, you get nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, urination, pupil constriction. I think you get blurry vision as well, if I remember right. But a really nice picture to think of is you get a oozing out of every orifice, and you'll never forget that. But what's really interesting is, so the treatment for this, one of the treatments is something called atropine. And what that does is it blocks muscarinic receptors. So that'll temporarily slow down these toxic and deadly effects of acetylcholine at the muscarinic receptor. The other treatment is something, oh my gosh, dude, what the fuck? Let's see if this works. It is something called 2-PAM. And what that does is it displaces whatever let's say the sarin gas inhibits this acetylcholinesterase esterime, and 2-PAM comes in and displaces the binding of the sarin gas, which allows acetylcholinesterase to fully regenerate itself. So that's why this atropine and 2-PAM is often given in conjunction. And what's interesting is 2-PAM, I believe, is carried by military, and they're trained in how to use it and administer it in the case of exposure to a nerve agent attack. Alright, let's see these questions real quick. These send postganglionic axons to the parotid salivary gland. That will be the otic ganglion. Remember, that's cranial nerve 9, glossopharyngeal. These two, I believe, are cranial nerve 7, and they supply most of the other salivary glands. The otic ganglia supplies the parotid, ciliary, cranial nerve 3, and that obviously goes to the eye. It's easy to remember, so it's ciliary. Alright, this one, I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. Release of acetylcholine. The answer is C, increased digestion. I think I was really out of it yesterday. It won't stimulate the heart, obviously, that's more sympathetic. It will not dilate the bronchioles, that's sympathetic. Parasympathetic activity actually constricts the bronchioles, so the answer is C. Alright, let me talk about G protein receptors in the next video, just to make sure this actually recorded.